Welcome to 20 things you didn't know 5 minutes ago.
Number 1.
Can you imagine working every day inside an active volcano surrounded by toxic gases and blue fire? This is exactly what the sulfur miners of the DIDN volcano in Indonesia do. There, hundreds of men descend into the volcano's crater to extract sulfur blocks that solidify near the fumaroles, where hot gas emerges from the Earth's interior. The environment is so extreme that the air is filled with sulfurous gases that can burn the lungs, and temperatures can exceed 200 degrees Celsius. Many miners work without professional masks, breathing toxic fumes and carrying up to 90 kilograms of sulfur on their backs for just a few dollars a day. And as if that weren't enough, at night the volcano offers a surreal spectacle. Blue flames produced by the combustion of gaseous sulfur, a beauty as dangerous as it is hypnotic.
Number 2.
Can you imagine a tree that bears fruit directly on the trunk? It's called Jabuticaba and is a tree native to Brazil. The most surprising thing is that its fruits grow attached to the trunk and branches, as if the tree were covered with black grapes. The fruit, also called Jabuticaba, has a dark and shiny skin, and its interior is sweet and juicy, very similar to a mix between grape and lychee. It is used to make jams, wines, and tropical liqueurs, and it is also rich in antioxidants and vitamin C. So, if one day you see a tree covered with grapes on the trunk, don't be scared. You might be in front of the fascinating Jabuticaba tree, a natural jewel of South America.
Number 3.
Can you imagine being able to have a tattoo on your teeth? Well, in China, it's already a reality. A new trend called dental tattoos is causing a sensation. But don't worry, they are not tattooed directly on the tooth. This trend involves engraving designs, symbols, or phrases on customized dental crowns, that is, on the caps that cover the tooth. Some choose minimalist drawings, like hearts or stars, while others prefer traditional Chinese symbols or phrases with personal meaning. Dental artists use high-precision laser technology to engrave the designs, making the process safe, durable, and completely painless. Although it started in luxury dental clinics in China, this trend is gradually spreading to other Asian countries and, according to experts, could become the most striking aesthetic trend of 2025. Would you dare to wear your tattoo, but on your teeth?
Number 5.
Do you think you've tried a strong beer? Wait until you meet the most potent beer on the planet. The Armageddon beer, created by the Scottish brewery Brewmeister, was for a time the strongest in the world, with 65% alcohol by volume. Yes, das yes, atta, atie, atianes. Stronger than many whiskeys, but they didn't stop there. The same brewery later launched Snake Venom, surpassing its own record with 67.5% alcohol, unlike common beers that range between 4% and 8%. These liquid bombs are not drunk like soda. They are made through a partial freezing process, removing the water and concentrating the alcohol, resulting in an intense and fiery flavor. So now you know, if you ever dare to try Snake Venom, remember, it's not just a beer, it's practically bottled fire.
Number 5.
Did you know that the smallest bird in its family lays the largest egg in proportion to its body? It is the kiwi, a bird from New Zealand that breaks all the records of nature. The kiwi is a bird that cannot fly. It has a small round body and a long beak with which it searches for insects underground. But the truly incredible thing is its egg. It can take up to 25% of the female's total body weight. To give you an idea, it would be like a 60-kilogram woman giving birth to a 15-kilogram baby. The kiwi egg is not only enormous, but it also contains the largest amount of yolk in proportion to its size, which provides the chick with many nutrients and allows it to be born almost fully developed. Moreover, kiwis take great care of their eggs, burying them in burrows and incubating them for more than 70 days, twice as long as most birds. Number 6. Did you know that there are people who can sweat blood? Although it sounds like something out of a horror movie, it is completely real. It is an extremely rare condition called hematidrosis or hematoidrosis, in which a person excretes blood through the sweat glands. In other words, literally bleeds while sweating. Doctors believe it happens when someone is subjected to extreme levels of stress or fear, causing the blood vessels surrounding the sweat glands to break and mix blood with sweat. Documented cases show people with drops of blood on their forehead, face, or neck without visible wounds. It is so rare that only a few cases have been reported worldwide. Number 7. Can you imagine going to the doctor and instead of a pill, being prescribed a vacation? Well, in Sweden, this is already a reality. Yes, Sweden became the first country in the world where doctors can prescribe trips as part of medical treatment. This initiative, called the Swedish prescription, aims to improve people's mental and physical health through contact with nature. The idea is based on numerous studies showing how spending time in natural environments reduces stress, improves sleep, and strengthens the immune system. Instead of medication, patients can receive a prescription to visit places like forests, lakes, or natural trails, all within the framework of sustainable and conscious tourism. Number 8. Did you know that the country with the most pyramids in the world is not Egypt? Although many think of the pyramids of Giza, the truth is that another African country has more than double size. Yes, yes. We are talking about Sudan, a country located south of Egypt that is home to more than 200 ancient pyramids, while Egypt has around 120. These pyramids were built by the Kingdom of Kush, a civilization that flourished over 2,500 years ago and even conquered Egypt for a time. Masinta pata dibakas asintasin. Unlike the enormous Egyptian pyramids, those in Sudan, especially in Meroe and Napata, are smaller and steeper, but just as impressive. They served as tombs for the Kushite kings and queens, who imitated Egyptian traditions but with their own style and architecture. Senpaisea yasa de Sisaisa. Hooray! Many of them still stand in the middle of the desert, though little known and visited, making them one of the best kept archaeological secrets in the world. Number 9. Did you know there is a fish so big and strange that it seems straight out of a science fiction movie? It's called the sunfish or mola mola, and it is one of the heaviest bony fish on the planet. The sunfish can reach over 3 meters in length and weigh up to 2,300 kilograms. Despite its size, it has a flat, round, tailless body, giving it that unmistakable shape like a large moon floating in the sea. It mainly feeds on jellyfish, although it also eats small fish and algae. The most curious thing is that it spends a lot of time near the surface, lying on its side, sunbathing. This behavior helps it regulate its temperature after diving into deep, cold waters. The sunfish inhabits temperate and tropical oceans around the world, and despite its clumsy appearance, it can dive to more than 600 meters deep. Additionally, it can lay up to 300 million eggs, more than any other known vertebrate. Number 10. Did you know there is an eagle so large and powerful that it can carry off a monkey or even an entire sloth with its claws? Let me introduce you to the harpy eagle, one of the most impressive predatory birds on the planet. It lives in the rainforests of Central and South America and can reach more than 2 meters in wingspan with its wings open. But the most surprising are its claws, which can measure almost the same size as those of a grizzly bear and exert a force capable of breaking bones. Unlike other eagles, the harpy does not fly very high. It moves among the trees hunting monkeys, sloths, and other large prey with brutal precision. Its appearance is also unique. A kind of crown of feathers on its head that gives it a majestic air, almost like a mythological creature. They don't call her the queen of the tropical sky for nothing. One look at this bird is enough to understand why even the largest animals prefer not to cross her path. Number 11. Did you know you could receive a huge fine just for chewing gum? In Singapore, chewing gum is not just a habit, it's practically a crime. Since 1992, the country banned the sale and import of chewing gum, aiming to keep the streets and public transport spotless, as people used to stick it on seats, locks, and even subway sensors. But in 2004, the government made a small exception. Chewing gum is allowed with a medical prescription, specifically for therapeutic purposes, such as helping to quit smoking or improving dental health. However, if you are caught selling or bringing gum into the country without a permission, you could face very high fines or even prison. So you know, if you visit Singapore, better put away your gum before landing. It's time to support the channel. Leave your like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's continue. Number 12. Did you know there is a chicken with such an extravagant hairstyle that it looks like it came straight from a fashion runway? It's the Polish chicken, famous for its large crest of feathers that covers almost its entire head. Although many think it comes from Poland, its real origin could be in the Netherlands or Italy. It is an ornamental breed, bred more for its beauty than for its egg production, although it lays between 120 and 150 white eggs a year. Today, it is one of the most popular breeds in poultry shows and is also kept as a pet in many countries due to its friendly and curious nature. In the market, pure Polish chickens can reach high prices, especially those with rare colors or perfect plumage, highly sought after by collectors and hobby farmers. In short, the Polish hen not only lays eggs, but also brings style, elegance, and a lot of value to the coop. Number 13. Can you imagine a city without cars, without streets, and extending in a straight line for more than 170 kilometers? That is exactly what Saudi Arabia is building as part of its ambitious NEOM plan, a futuristic mega initiative valued at more than $500 billion. The project is part of the Saudi Vision 2030, a strategy to move away from oil dependency and transform the country into a hub of innovation, tourism, and sustainability. Among the most impressive projects is The Line, a linear city where millions of people will live in a futuristic glass structure without cars or emissions. Trochena, a ski resort in the middle of the desert, where international events and the Asian Winter Games 2029 will be held. And Oxagon, a gigantic floating industrial city designed for the economy of the future. Saudi Arabia is not only building cities, it is reinventing the very concept of modern civilization, all in the middle of the desert. Number 14. What if I told you there is a chameleon so small it could comfortably sleep on the head of a match? The nano chameleon Brucasia nana discovered in Madagascar is the smallest chameleon in the world. The famous Salt Bae, whose real name is Nusret Gokce, went from being an internet sensation to building a global empire of luxury restaurants under the name Nusret. However, his success began to crumble. Asiaus Dariau Asiantasi Pasia. Its discovery surprised scientists, as it demonstrates how evolution can lead to incredible extremes in isolated places like Madagascar. Additionally, several former employees have reported poor working conditions and an environment controlled down to the smallest detail by the chef himself. Social media has also contributed to his downfall, filling up with reviews and videos that expose the difference between the show and reality. As Salt Bae went from being the king of salt to becoming a reminder that viral fame can fade as quickly as it spreads. Number 15. Did you know that some wind turbines are as large as a skyscraper? Literally, they can be the size of a building with more than 60 floors. Modern wind turbines are true giants of engineering. Those installed on land can reach up to 120 meters in height, and their blades measure more than 60 meters each, almost like a Boeing 747 airplane. Tuidoktas. But the most impressive are the marine turbines, which exceed 180 meters in height and generate enough energy to power thousands of homes with just one complete turn. Additionally, these turbines are key in the transition to clean energy, reducing emissions and helping to combat climate change. Number 16. Did you know there is a volcano that burns with blue fire in the dark? It's not science fiction, it's Mount Ijen in Indonesia. Mount Ijen, located in East Java, Indonesia, is an active volcano famous for its bright turquoise lagoon, which is one of the most acidic in the world. This lake can reach acidity level so high that it would dissolve metal if it fell in. But the most impressive thing happens at night: the blue flames that emerge from the crater. This phenomenon occurs because the sulfur gases coming from the volcano ignite upon contact with the air, creating a natural spectacle that seems taken from another planet. Number 17. Have you ever wondered why doctors tap syringes before injecting medication? When doctors or nurses gently tap the syringe, they do it to remove air bubbles that may be trapped inside. These bubbles, if they enter the bloodstream, could cause serious problems, like an embolism, although in small doses, they are usually harmless. Additionally, by doing this, they ensure that there is only liquid in the needle, guaranteeing that the medication is administered accurately and safely. After tapping it, they usually expel a drop of the medication to confirm that everything is ready. So the next time you see a doctor tapping a syringe, remember, they don't do it out of habit, they do it to save lives. Number 18. Did you know there is an animal in the jungle that works as the gardener and architect of the forest, and you have probably never heard its name? It is the Amazonian tapir, a mammal that plays a fundamental role in the balance of the jungle. This animal feeds on fruits, leaves, and seeds, and then disperses them through its feces, helping new trees and plants grow in different areas of the forest. Additionally, due to its size and strength, the tapir creates natural paths in the jungle, facilitating the passage of other species. It is so important for the ecosystem that many scientists call it the gardener of the Amazon. Unfortunately, the Amazonian tapir is threatened by hunting and deforestation, but protecting it means protecting the entire jungle. Mietares.
Number 19.
Did you know there is a dog whose bite can break bones like dry branches? That dog is the Turkish Kangal, also known as the Anatolian Shepherd, and it has the most powerful bite in the canine world, with a force of up to 743 psi pounds per square inch. Originally from Turkey, the Kangal was bred to protect herds from wolves, bears, and other predators. That is why it has a perfect mix of strength, bravery, and loyalty. Despite its power, it is a calm and protective dog with its family, as long as it is well trained. If you ever hear about the Kangal, remember that it is not just a dog, it is a true protective beast.
Number 20.
What if I told you there's a phone that's shaking up the very iPhone 17? The Xiaomi 17 Pro Max is causing a stir with its futuristic design and impressive power. Its nearly borderless screen and camera developed with Leica produce photos that look like they were taken with a professional camera. Additionally, it has a rear screen that shows notifications or functions as a smart mirror, something even the iPhone doesn't offer. Its battery lasts longer, charges very quickly, and best of all, it costs almost half of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, despite offering equal or even superior performance. As. To give you an idea, the iPhone 17 Pro Max with 256GB costs around 6,999,000 Colombian pesos. While the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max with 1TB is around 4,059,420 pesos. Could this be the moment when Xiaomi finally dethrones Apple?